Hi all, Ross here from Out of Lice to review today's Xbox One release, Octodad, Dadliest Catch. The game is a family-friendly, light-hearted puzzle adventure game from developer Young Horses that tells the story of a loving father who also happens to be an octopus, and he struggles to blend in with daily human life. Its controls, humour and story seamlessly merge together to create a charming and memorable gaming experience that I've thoroughly enjoyed.
He's just running late.
The game's plot centres around the player controlling the cephalopod as he takes on day-to-day tasks. The control scheme is one of the series' most distinctive features, where simply moving forward is a task in itself. Octodad's feet are mapped to the triggers, and he can pick up objects with the suckers of his right tentacle using the A button. It takes some time getting used to, but the learning curve is gradual, so you'll be more than prepared to take on the more challenging platforming and handling sections in the latter parts of the game. The game takes place over 10 mini-chapters, each set in a separate environment, such as a church, a supermarket and an aquarium, which prevent things from getting dull. The visual aesthetic is just as colourful and cartoonish as its premise, whilst the voice acting, even including the odd apologetic blubber from Octodad, is great and captures the humour well.
I'm not crazy!
Clearly. I guess you don't know anything after all. Well then, we're leaving. It's past the kids' bedtimes.
The gameplay in Dadliest Catch involves you helping Octodad blend in with his surroundings and maintain his disguise of a normal human being. The puzzles are essentially fetch quests, with each level giving you tasks to perform, such as mowing the lawn and grilling some burgers. In order to preserve your guys, you must complete these tasks with a bit of poise and dexterity, since a meter at the bottom of your screen will fill up every time you appear more animal than man, and when you're in the presence of an onlooking, judgmental human. What Octodad does brilliantly is that it takes the monotony of everyday life and makes each encounter humorously funny. This can be attributed to the intentionally obtuse controls, since most tasks will never be as straightforward as you imagine when you've got the flailing limbs of an octopus. Some tasks are an exercise in patience, but nevertheless it'll be hard not to crack a smile while you're doing them. Just like a Pixar movie, Octodad's humour is double-edged, with jokes appealing to a younger and older audience alike. Children will enjoy the slapstick and goofy nature of an octopus spiraling around uncontrollably, whilst adults will get the satisfaction from the self-referential and tongue-in-cheek humour and the not-so-subtle video game Easter eggs, seeing nonchalant NPCs standing around like nothing is awry while Octodad crawls around underneath a box a la Solid Snake, or listening to your wife and children ask him questions while he struggles to make a cup of coffee in the morning. These are just some examples of the moments that the older audience will appreciate. The inclusion of a co-op mode where two players both work in tandem to control Octodad just adds to Dadliest Catch's ability to be a communal, family-friendly game. At first glance, you may think that Octodad Dadliest Catch is just a novelty item that relies on its unconventional control scheme to give it an edge. However, to believe this notion would do it a disservice. Octodad Dadliest Catch uses its odd control scheme to good effect and complements it with diverse puzzles that never become repetitive. It's got about a 2 to 3 hour runtime, and the humour will appeal to a mass audience of all ages. And whilst you have to have a heart made of ice not to connect to its story and characters. The fact that Octodad Dadliest Catch is a fully priced sequel to a freeware cult classic proves that it isn't a flash in the pan one-hit wonder, and we can all just hope that there is more Octodad to come in the future. Remember to check out autolice.net and hit that subscribe button.